Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I will be presenting on what is houseowner and also householder Takaful. So let's get into it. So basically the concept of Takaful is rooted in the principle of mutual assistance, which is ta'awun, and voluntary contribution, which is tabarru', where participants contribute to a common fund to provide financial protection to one another in terms of loss or damage. It is defined in Section 2 of Takaful Act 1984 as a Sharia compliance scheme that avoids prohibited element in Islam, such as riba, maisir, and also gharar. This cooperative model aligns with the Quranic verse in Surah Al-Ma'idah, which calls for mutual cooperation in righteousness and piety. In Malaysia, the development of Takaful begins in 1972 when the National Fatwa Council declared that conventional insurance was not aligned with Sharia principle. This led to the establishment of Syarikat Takaful Malaysia Berhad in 1984, the country's first Takaful operator. The industry continued to grow, and the Malaysian Takaful Association (MTA) was formed in 2002 to regulate and promote self-governance among operators. As of today, there are 11 licensed Takaful operators and nearly 89,000 registered Takaful agents across the nation. Takaful products for residential protection in Malaysia are generally classified into two, which is houseowner and also householder. The houseowner Takaful covers the physical structure of home, while the householder Takaful covers household contents and can include death benefits for the participants. The Islamic Financial Service Act, or EFSA 2013, which replaced the Takaful Act 1984, introduced stricter requirements for transparency, governance, and reporting. It mandates that all Takaful operators be public companies to ensure better oversight and alignment with international standards. This legal shift aims to enhance accountability within the Islamic financial sector and also maintain the integrity of Takaful operations in Malaysia.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I would like to present about the conceptual of My Rumah Takaful from Etika General. Alright, so for the definition, coverage and classification, My Rumah Takaful by Etika covers residential buildings, house owner, and household contents householder. It protects against fire, theft, water damage, and natural disasters. Optional add-ons be included for riot damage, rental income loss, and extended vacancy cover. So what are the benefits that being included in this? The benefits that being included in this is emergency cash relief, which is about up to 1,500 ringgit, and the second one is death benefit up to 2,500 ringgit, and also cashback for no claims and online sign-up discounts. It is a general Takaful product that being aimed at homeowners and renters, which features aligned to modern risk and digital convenience. So, for the second point is, what are the how I could compare the Takaful versus conventional insurance. Alright, so for the feature, for the law that being used, for the Takaful it used IFSA 2013, and for the conventional insurance it used Finance Service Act 2013. And also for the model, if Takaful use Wakalah Tabarru', conventional insurance risk transfer. Alright, so for the surplus, for the Takaful, it is shared with all the participants, but for the conventional insurance, it is being kept by the insurer. So for the investment, it is Sharia compliant for the Takaful, and for the conventional insurance, it may involve riba. So for the nomination, it use Hiba and Faraid, and for the conventional insurance, it use trustee under the civil law. So why it is Sharia compliance? My Rumah uses the Wakalah Tabarru' model to avoid riba, gharar, and maisir. Funds are invested in Sharia compliant assets under SAC and BNM guidance. Hiba nomination also ensures death benefits go directly to the beneficiaries in line with IFSA 2013. The product meets both Sharia and regulatory standards.
Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to everyone. Now I will be presenting on the management and operational aspects of the Houseowner Takaful product. To begin with, the core objective of Houseowner Takaful is to manage risks associated with residential properties. It typically provides protection against common risks such as fire, lightning, explosions, flood, storms, landslides, and even burglary. To cover these risks, all participants contribute to a tabarruk fund, which is essentially a collective risk pool meant to support any member who suffers a loss. As the scheme manager, the Takaful operator plays a crucial role in ensuring that this fund remains financially healthy. They do so by conducting thorough underwriting and risk assessments, and by entering into re-Takaful agreements to reduce exposure to major losses. In terms of fund structure, participants' contributions are separated into two parts. One part is the wakalah fee, which goes into the operator's fund to cover administrative costs. The other part is allocated to tabarruk fund, which is used to pay out claims and related expenses. All funds are managed in line with Sharia principles. Investments are made only in Sharia-compliant instruments such as sukuk, Islamic money market placements, and also halal stocks. Any profits made may be distributed either to the surplus pool or used to reward the operator depending on the contractual agreement. So generally, the house owner Takaful uses the wakalah model where the operator acts as an agent to manage the fund in return for a fee. This model promotes transparency and accountability by clearly separating the operator's income from the participants' risk pool. And finally, a Sharia advisory board oversees the entire process to ensure full compliance with Islamic law. The claims management process is also designed to be fair and prompt. Once a participant submits the requirement documents, the operator will assess and settle the claim through the risk fund. That concludes my part. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Hatif Ali Abdul Hadi, 07693. We will be presenting one of the Takaful operator that we have researched based on our topic. So, for my part, I'll be presenting Takaful My Home Cover, a Sharia-compliant protection plan designed to safeguard home and property from unexpected risks. So, what is Takaful My Home Cover? Takaful My Home Cover is a residential protection plan based on Islamic insurance principle. It provides financial coverage through a risk-sharing model. A certificate is issued to confirm your participation. So the plan covers a range of risks, including fire and theft, natural disasters up to the policy limits, and other uncontrollable incidents. The coverage is subject to limits, deductibles, and specific terms in the policy. To qualify, applicants must be within a specific range, for example, 18 and above. And they must provide personal and property details and submit ownership documents like title deeds. Additional benefits of this Takaful My Home Cover is depending on the policy design. Additional benefits may include death or disability payout for family Takaful, maturity benefits if savings or investments in elements are included, and profit sharing at the end of the policy. So what is not covered for My Home Takaful? Standard exclusions include damages due to negligence or fraud, pre-existing condition, and failure to follow safety requirements. In case of a loss, the participants must notify the Takaful operator immediately, submit a claim form and supporting documents, provide proof of loss like photos, police or fire reports or valuation reports, and lastly, the claim will be reviewed, verified, and paid out after deductions. So the contributions can be made monthly, quarterly, or annually. If terms are violated, for example, late payment or false data, the certificate can be voided. Termination requires notice and reimbursement policies may apply. The Islamic principles in this section is the plan includes hibah, a gift-based distribution in line with Islamic values. It ensures transparency, fairness, and mutual responsibility among participants. So, to summarize, Takaful My Home Cover is a comprehensive Sharia-compliant home protection plan that emphasizes shared risk, responsible ownership, and ethical financial support in times of need.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Luqman Baihaqi, and in this presentation, I'll briefly explain the Ikhlas House Owner and Householder Takaful by Takaful Ikhlas Berhad, one of Malaysia's top Takaful operators. This Takaful plan is Sharia compliant,
and designed to protect both the structure of your home and the contents inside it, like the furnitures, electronics, and personal items, from risks like fire, flood, theft, and more. There are two parts of Takaful in this conversation. The first part is called Houseowner Takaful, which covers the physical building, which are the walls, roof, and other fixtures. The other one is Householder Takaful, which covers movable items inside the home. Anyone 18 years or older who owns or rents a house in Malaysia can apply. They will need to declare the value of their property and make a contribution, which is called tabarruk. It depends on the risk and coverage that they choose. This plan follows the wakalah model, where Takaful Ikhlas manages the fund and takes a small fee. The rest goes into a risk fund for claims. If there's a surplus at the end of the year and no claims were made, participants may get a share, which then will be approved by the Syariah Committee. It covers events like fire, burst pipe or floods, theft by forced entry, and lightning or explosions. Also other optional extensions like terrorisms and landslides. However, things like war, wear and tear, or losses due to negligence are covered. In case of a claim, participants must submit documents like a police report, photos, and repair estimates. Big claims may also be involved in a loss adjuster. The process is transparent and fair, in line with Islamic law. On the other hand, another key feature is hibah nomination, where participants can name a beneficiary directly. This means the person payout goes straight to that person without going through faraid or inheritance issues. In conclusion, the Ikhlas house owner and householder Takaful offers ethical, comprehensive, and Sharia compliant protection for homeowners. It follows the Islamic Financial Services Act 2013 and avoids riba, gharar, and maisir, focusing instead on mutual help but also justice and social responsibility. Thank you.
We're back at it again with me. So now I would like to present about the products that been offered by Z Home Protect by Zurich Takaful Malaysia Berhad. Okay, so Z Home Protect is a Sharia compliant home Takaful plan that covers house owner, which is the building or structure of the home, and also the householder, which is the household contents. Example just like furniture and appliances. And there's also an optional add-ons included in this protection, which is loss of rent, personal accident cover, third-party liability. In this Zurich Takaful insurance, there is no strict age limit, but participants must be at least 18 and legally own or occupy the home. It does not include death or disability benefits unless personal accident cover is added. Okay, so contributions are paid in advance and divided into two: wakalah fee, which is the management fund, and also tabarruk fund for any claims. So the exclusions: war, wear, and tear, losses without foreseeable entry. So what are the limitations under insurance, which is average clause and maintenance duties? So the nomination follows hibah under IFSA Islamic Finance Services Act 2013. Benefits may go directly to the named beneficiary as a gift. Alright, so what are the claim process? Participants must notify Zurich within 30 days of the incident. What are the required documents? Alright, so the required documents is completed claim form, police report if needed, photos of damage, proof of ownership or value, repair quotes. A loss adjuster may be appointed to verify the claim if valid payment is made from the tabarruk fund in line with Sharia principles. So Takaful and conventional insurance is the same just like before. It is the principle is Sharia, where the conventional is commercial. Model is wakalah tabarruk. The conventional for Zurich is premium based. The surplus for Z Home Protect Takaful is shared with participants, but for the conventional is being kept by the insurer. The investment, Sharia compliant, and the conventional insurances may involve riba, and the nomination for the Takaful is by hibah or faraid, and by for the conventional it is by trustee under civil law. So thank you.
So we move to issues and challenges and further issues. On 1 April 2025, at around 8:10 a.m., a massive fire erupted along the Petronas gas pipeline, the flames reaching over 30 meters high and temperatures up to 1000 degrees. Took nearly 8 hours to extinguish. It was a disaster that endangered lives and properties in a nearby residential area. A total of 57 properties were impacted but not burned, and 218 homes remain untouched. However, 81 homes were completely destroyed, and another 81 suffered moderate damage. Even properties that were not directly burned suffered secondary effects like melted chairs, cracked windows, and smoke damage. For those whose home were totally demolished, they lost everything, furniture, appliances, and memories. This tragedy highlights the critical importance of having comprehensive homeowner and householder takaful coverage. Such plans don't just protect the building but also the content inside, offering vital financial support during recovery. Unfortunately, many Malaysians still lack this protection. A 2022 report showed that 74% of homeowners are vulnerable to flood damage, and half do not have any takaful or home insurance. This is especially concerning for B40 income, who often face barriers like low income, financial instability, and lack of awareness. Many do not understand what takaful covers or how to claim it. To make matters worse, buying takaful often means dealing with an agent who may only represent one operator. In a digital age where people want fast, flexible, and online services, this outdated system is turning tech-savvy consumers away. As we move forward, it's clear we need more accessible digital-friendly takaful platforms to close the protection and gap and help families recover when disaster strikes. That's all from me. Thank you.
Moving on to the last part, which is the recommendations and also conclusions. There are 3 recommendations that the government could do to improve the house owner/householder takaful in Malaysia. The first one is key proposals include re-engineering the Sharia governance system based on the CBM Sharia Governance Network SJF 2011, including formalizing the structure and appointment terms of the Sharia committee members to ensure independence, accountability, and avoid conflict of interest. The competency development through continuous training and succession planning is essential to maintain advisory quality. So the second one is a professional body such as governing council or association of Sharia advisors should be established to regulate Sharia advisors, set qualification standard, and enforce discipline. The last one is to promote fair remuneration and independence. CBM could create a central compensation fund or implement a uniform flat fee paid by all Islamic financial institutions. Additionally, to facilitate easy application of householder takaful, product development decisions should follow a matrix evaluating both legality and maqasid-based impacts, ensuring Sharia compliance with ethical and socio-economic consideration. To sum up, house owner and householder takaful products play a vital role in providing ethical, Sharia-compliant protection for property owners and tenants in Malaysia. Rooted in Malaysia principles like tabarruk and also tawa'un, these products differ from conventional insurance by emphasizing mutual risk sharing and communal support offered by providers such as Etika, Takaful Ikhlas, and also Zurich, the Takaful Malaysia. They cover a wide range of perils including fire, theft, and natural disaster. Operating mainly on the Wakalah Tabarruk model, they ensure transparency, fairness, and Sharia compliance with added features like ethical frameworks, like ethical investment, surplus distribution, and also hibah-based nominations. However, challenges remain, such as low awareness among lower income groups, perceived complexity or cost, and limited access due to traditional agent-based system. Events like the Putra Hype pipeline fire highlight the urgent need for better public understanding and more efficient processes. To overcome these barriers, Takaful operators must embrace digital platforms, enhance transparency, and conduct educational outreach to boost participations and trust. Ultimately, the growth of these products reflect a deeper commitment to social solidarity, financial justice, and responsibility in line with Islamic value. That is all from us. Thank you.